Alright, it's not raining right now. Knock on wood. Check on the garden. See how everything is doing. Already got one little pest on there. Oh, two little pests. Okay. Gonna have to do something around here. These cucumbers are loving the move. I feel like I should take some more of these lower ones off. We're gonna go to the animal auction in a little bit. I figured I'd come out here and harvest some more peppers. I didn't have enough to do. I didn't have enough to do a big batch at all. Definitely not the small batch I was going to do with the salad peppers and a big batch of just the jalapenos. And it was already too dark for me to come out here and do it after I figured that out. So doing it today. These pumpkins are blooming. Hopefully this little guy will bounce back from drowning. These tomatillos are needing to be up-potted. I got some bigger pots from the dollar store yesterday. Oh no. Gotta bring soil back here and do those. Hey, my nasturtiums are trying to come up. I better take some soil and just cover them on up like that. The purple hyacinth beans are doing good. The tomatoes are looking scraggly. I'm not sure if I should move those or not. I might move them over there by the fence line too. Hi, Theo. This weather makes my sinuses go crazy. Sunflowers. I think I'm just gonna let those go to seed and save them for seed and just try to grow sunflowers all over the place, as many as possible. I don't know what you are, but you're gonna get off of my okra. There's so many of them that are about to go to flowering. By the way, if you don't take down okras, they'll turn into these giant okra trees. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. Could you imagine just having constantly a reseeding okra tree, 10 foot tall? The beans are doing good. We're gonna have so many beans. Look at these. I cannot remember the variety that these were, but I'm not sure if you could see the ants. They're attracting the ants to these little things right here. It's like this nectar stuff, and they're using the ants to pollinate and also to protect them. Pretty cool, huh? The corn is starting to come up. So every little strand of silk on the corn is going to be a kernel of corn. So the more strands of silk you have, the bigger, what are they called? Cob of corn you'll have. And you can hand pollinate those. You just shake it. You whip the silks back and forth. These cucumbers are, well, they're there. I only found 2, and they were huge because, you know, you could see them through all of the foliage. I'm not sure if you can hear all that buzzing. There's bees all in there. We still have some eggplants to harvest. I made 2 giant pans of shepherd's pie last night, and I've got some butter rolls that have rose last night, and they're in the fridge, ready to be eaten tonight with half a pan of shepherd's pie from last night. I froze the other one for future use, in case one of us is out and about or we're doing something and only one of us is here, and I left the cooking instructions on it. Not sure if you guys bulk cook. That's the way to go. If you're trying to save money or try to do other things that might need more money. These tomatoes. I actually, I don't know what variety of these cherry tomatoes they have. I do not like them very much. They don't seem to ever be ripe. I come out here every day. It's either they're not ripe enough or they're too ripe and exploded on Thor. I was going to show him that little tree frog you just trampled. Thanks. Appreciate that. Okay. These are the salad peppers. They're not spicy. Well, they're not supposed to be spicy, but that's what I'm going to make one small batch out of cowboy candy out of, because Vicky does not like spicy stuff. And then I got to harvest a whole bunch more jalapenos. Need 1.5 gallons diced. I think I might have almost 1 gallon baggie diced. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this stuff. And I found a cool playlist. I was listening to that while I was working. I'm going to go back to that. Maybe I'll link it below if y'all are interested. And then we're going to go try to get a goat at the auction.
How about a $5 bill? Go $3. Now $4, you say 4. Got money on $3 now 4. $3 now $4 on the mini rag. $3 now $4, you say 4. You say 4. You bet up $4. $3.
Look at that pretty boy.
We'll put you in escrow. Tell me how much on this, how about $100 bill? I got you in my mind. $100, you say 100. You say
No, we're not going to bid on that one, Rusty.
$75, $50.
Not
Get
that
everybody.
one. While she's introducing Legolas to Midnight, making sure Midnight doesn't take him out. Come on, Rusty. We have the farm manager over here keeping an eye on the new pigs. You making sure they don't go anywhere? Yeah. Rusty's familiar with pigs. I'm not sure if you guys remember Hamlet. These were unsocialized, but I was in here petting them. They're socializable as long as, you know, Theo isn't in here trying to eat them. There are 3 males and 1 female. I'm gonna tame them all down. He wants to eat some, and I'm like, not everything is okay. You gotta stay back, okay? They're not socialized. And not all of them are as nice as this one right here, who seems to really like scritchies. These are gonna be very easy to work with. They're half, I can't remember what he said. They're half potbelly and half something else. This is the sow, the one that's very, very skittish. I was only going to try to get her for $10, and then no one bid it on him, so he went down to $5, and I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting 2 of them. And then nobody else bid on him, so he was like, oh, you got those 2? You want 2 more? And I was like, no. And he was like, 2 more for free? And I was like, I guess I'm taking 2 more for free. So I'm going to have to tame some down. Rester buddy, you can help me? Yeah, start looking on Marketplace so I could try to find some paneling or something. There's a roll of wire back there. He said I could put them in that goose house, but there's an obvious predator entrance right there. They'll be able to dig out of it. He was saying put them in there where the cayuga nest is. They can get out of that. None of his handiwork is foolproof, to say the least. I was gonna put him in there with the goats for a little bit, but it is also not foolproof. I checked in, and there can be some escape routes in there too. So they're gonna be in here. Move them over into a shelter for tonight. As long as Thor, oops, I can't even see him with it all blurry like that. I'm sorry. As long as Thor doesn't try to kill or chase everything. I'm not holding my breath on that. They'll be okay. I think I might have got bit by something, by the way. Circled it just so I can keep track of it. So if I end up in the hospital, that's why. I'm starting to feel really hot too. It's also probably not a good sign. Maybe it'll just go away on its own. Fingers crossed. I know I kept on saying I was going to leave like a link for my Cash App if you guys want to help. I'm going to actually do that this time. What should we name our pigs? Suggestions in the comments below. I know I just showed y'all a questionable thing on my arm. But I found her and her egg sac. I hope I didn't crush her egg sac too bad. But I'm going to move them way out of the way so no one could possibly get harmed by her. As I'm walking into some other spider web. That's great. I will put her over here. This seems like a good spot. I'm just gonna tappy her egg sac down here. She can guard it as she pleases. Oh no. I don't know where it went. Sorry? Oh, there it is down there. Oh, and she's going down there with it. Okay. There's the big black widow right there. And there's her egg sac. And off I go. All the scratchy spots. Right there, right there. I'm the pig whisperer.